But this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine. Oh, let it shine.
Hi guys, I am so excited that you are here. This is our first attempt at a live via YouTube into my direct Shantastic Shine website, so if you've made it, I'm really grateful for you. I've got a list of some people here that have chimed in and said they wanted to be a part of this series, or this first reading, and if you are in the chat room or on my YouTube or on my Facebook or wherever you're watching this video and we're live, you can go ahead and let us know that you would like a reading. If you're in the chat room at shantasticshine.com, you can go ahead and give a 444 because I've got my trusty sidekick, Suleiman, in the chat room holding it down and helping me keep track of everybody that's there. So the way these work is I tend to do just a general reading. I'm using my John Holland tarot deck. And a general reading means that it's just kind of an overview of the energy that you're dealing with right now. So if you have any sort of personal questions or really in-depth things that you want to kind of dive into, I can do those with a private reading, which are also available on my website, shantasticshine.com. These here are just for fun, and these just kind of, like I said, give you a general idea of the energy that you're kind of working through and a taste of what I have to offer. Now, these readings go pretty quick because I tend to get a lot of people, and I will do up to about 20 tonight, as long as we have people that are still chiming in. Again, this is just kind of a trial run. We're hoping to do more of these in 2019. If it's something you enjoy, please let us know wherever you're watching. And remember, sharing is caring. So if you think somebody else on your feed would appreciate this or benefit from it, go ahead and hit that share button, hit that like button, leave us a comment. You know, everyone gets excited when they have some new notifications to check out. So, yeah, if you have any questions, feel free to throw them in the chat. Like I said, the readings themselves will be pretty general, but if you have any questions on how it works or anything, let Suleiman know and he'll touch base with me. So the way I typically start these are with a general reading, but while we're waiting for people to hop on, I wanted to give a little bit of information of what the energy is. So we just moved from last week's full moon, which happened like basically during Thanksgiving and Black Friday. Talk about craziness. It seemed to have everyone in some sort of crisis or meltdown mode. And I just want you to know you're not alone. It's the universe's way of really sorting out what works and what doesn't work. And it's helping prep us for the new moon, which is on its way next week. The sun's in Sagittarius, and so is Mercury in retrograde. And that just means there's a lot of energy floating around, and Mercury retrograde is going to dip into Scorpio this coming weekend. And that means that our thinking is shifting. It's shifting from feeling torn apart in this any given situation and this downfall of misery and frustration that comes along with just all kinds of intense happenings. With that being said, we're going to be moving into the desire to grow and learn as we kind of emerge from this last chapter that's been a lot for everyone. All my clients have been really going through a lot of things. I've seen it with my family and my friends and just everything that I've been working with. So know you're not alone in this time, and I'm really grateful that I'm able to offer these readings for you. With this shift, we should also feel more optimistic. There's an optimistic shift coming as we move into the new moon, and more faith will kind of increase. Just remember that we're working through this together. It's a collective conscious thing. But also be mindful that while everything's kind of like Mercury and the sun and thing are kind of going through Scorpio and Sagittarius, that communication may be a little rocky. So Mercury is navigating itself through Scorpio, and then so is Venus. So they're kind of crossing some wild energies there with communication and sexuality, confidence, big projects, business projects, all of that fun stuff that we don't necessarily want there to be any communication trivial energies with. So just be mindful of that. Know that everybody is kind of going through this, and as we work through this together, it's just really important to keep in mind that everyone's going through something, especially through these holidays. So I'm going to go ahead and do a general reading. I'm going to pull 3 cards, and we're going to just kind of see what the collective really is going to be feeling in this upcoming couple of weeks. So the first card I've pulled is the Triumph card. The Triumph card is a gentleman that is riding on a horse. It's actually more of like an Indian man. He's got a nice red flag, which means he's not giving up. So though you may be feeling the heavy energy of this past full moon as we move into the new moon, know that you are going to triumph. Don't give up just yet. Again, if it feels heavy, there's a reason. It wants you to work through and to release what no longer serves you so that you can move forward and triumph in this time. He's not surrendering in any way, and he's just galloping on through. So this is a beautiful card here. The second card I'm going to pull is Spiritual Strength. So the Spiritual Strength card comes to show that though you may also, again, be feeling that energy as we triumph, it's really important to have faith and to have that spiritual connection and to know that the universe does have your back and wants to see you succeed. It's the higher self is really pushing up there, and it's in all green, which means you're going to feel it in your heart chakra. Know in your heart that things are going to get better, and we're going to have a beautiful holiday season. You just got to hold that faith and stay strong. It's a good time to meditate. It's a good time to cleanse your crystals and to sage your space, to really kind of dive into your spiritual practice. Don't lose that through this busy time. I know you may have a lot of visitors, or you might be dealing with the stress of the holidays, but don't allow that to take away from your spiritual practice. Make sure you're still going on walks. Make sure you're still stretching. You're still reading. You're still writing. All of those beautiful things that go along with your spiritual connection. Keep them strong at this time. And the third card for the collective reading is the Light card. And this is actually one of the best cards in this deck. It shows that there is light at the end of the tunnel. This beautiful being is reaching out at these light beings that are there to guide her along the way. It's showing her that there are people and energies and guardians and angels and spirits that want to see you succeed. Be open to the messages. Be willing to ask the universe for help. God, the universe, whatever it is you believe in, even if it's just your higher self, know that there's something out there that wants to see you succeed. We're here in this learning school that is Earth because there's so many different things that could be happening, but we're here to learn the lessons. And that's what this is all about. You're going to triumph through those lessons. You're going to build strong on that spiritual strength, and then you're going to look to the light. Don't let the darkness overcome you. Now, if you're having a hard time with that, again, you can reach out to me. I have a variety of different services and ways that I can connect with you and help you lead the way. I have all those available to check out on shantasticshine.com, where hopefully you're watching this. And if you would like a reading yourself, hop in the chat room with a 444 or just say, hey, I would really love a reading. And I've got Suleiman on deck putting them in order. So, that being said, I'm going to go ahead and shuffle. I do have a couple of people that popped on my comments on my Facebook page, Shantastic Shine, that said they would like a reading. So, I'm going to go ahead and pull some cards. My first reading here is for Melody. Melody is a beautiful being who has really been super supportive lately. She came and honored Suleiman and his CD release for True Abundance. And if you haven't checked that out, I highly suggest you do. It's a beautiful 4-track meditation CD to really call in that true abundance. So if financials are something you're having a hard time with this holiday, go ahead and check into the True Abundance CD. He's got a free True Abundance challenge happening on his page, Suleiman, where you can actually join us on Sundays to check out those meditations, and there's a challenge where you can win some cool things. So make sure you check out the Suleiman page and join the True Abundance Challenge. And thanks again, Melody, for being a part of the live Abundance Challenge. So I'm going to go ahead and shuffle and pull just a couple of cards here for you. So your first card is the Material Harvest. This card represents the the seeds you've been planting. So things that you've been kind of working towards all year, seeds you've planted that you've been waiting to really kind of grow. And this is the perfect time for that. As we move out of the fall and into the winter, you want to harvest those things. You want to see what all you've worked for this year and maybe years to come. So this shows that you are kind of pulling that all in, which is really cool since you've been doing that True Abundance Challenge. I'm hoping it's working for you. And it doesn't just look like it's financials. It's food, it's water, it's all the necessities. It's knowing that you have more than enough. He's wearing a bright green piece of clothing here, which represents that you got to feel it in your heart. As you feel that abundance and that material harvest in your heart, it'll really start to manifest into the reality. And you'll start to feel this light just emanating from you, because you're one of those beings where when you're happy and you feel full of light, you share that light with others, and you'll start feeling it in your solar plexus and in your crown chakra, And really in that heart chakra, again, you want to feel it in your heart. Now the second card I've pulled for you is the financial and material changes. And again, let's hope that they're good. You're doing these processes and these different rituals and manifestation opportunities with the True Abundance Challenge and just in general. And it's showing that you have these changes coming. So hold strong and keep visualizing that dream life. And I just think it's so wild that I was talking about the True Abundance Challenge, and then you've got these two beautiful cards that show that there is a shift coming. So hold strong to that. Your third card here is the Choose Wisely card. So that says there's still some decisions to be made. The Choose Wisely says that you might have some different opportunities, and it's important to follow your heart and go with your intuition as well and see what the best opportunity is for you. You don't have to take the first one. There might be multiple things that come your way. And you got some little bird spirits here that are kind of leading the way. So tune into your animals, tune into those birds. You might get some sort of sign that's going to help you choose wisely at this time. So that is my reading for Melody. Let me go ahead and I'll put them up here again for you to see. And if you have any questions, or if you'd like to get a private reading and ask some more questions, go ahead and give me a shout. And I'm just grateful for all of the support you always have. So thank you, Melody. I'm going to shuffle here. My next reading is for Amara. If Amara is watching, I appreciate you reaching out and letting me know you would like to participate in this. So I'm shuffling here. Amara is part of the Bring Me to Life tribe. She did a beautiful series on sensual sexuality and different things like that on the Bring Me to Life podcast. Where I also have done live readings before. So this isn't my very first time doing live readings, it's just my first time on my own website, which I'm really excited about. So thank you all for joining. How's the chat room going, Sil? Are there people in the chat room?
There are people in the chat room.
Awesome.
On your website.
Well, hello. Thank you for being here. Thanks for joining me at shantasticshine.com. You are awesome.
Took a while to get the video up, but finally got it up.
Thank you for your patience. Again, this is a trial run. We're getting the videos and the kinks worked out so that in 2019 we can go at it even stronger. So thanks for your cooperation. Again, if you would like your own reading, give us a 444 or let us just know in the chat room or wherever you're watching. We'll do our best to monitor all of that. And this reading again is for Amara. So let's see, Amara, what do the cards say for each day? First card I have for you is Prosperity Begins. So again, we're going on the theme of this abundance. It's a lot of people need abundance and want abundance, not just this time of year, but especially at this time of year, because we want to show our gratitude for others as the gifting season becomes big, and we want to be able to share our prosperity. So it looks like you too have planted some beautiful seeds, some seeds here that are growing into a big, beautiful fruit tree. So much so that the fruit is flying off the tree. So it's showing that when you get this prosperity, it's really important for you to also share it. Show people that you are grateful for it. However it comes to you, be grateful and show that gratitude. But there's also some hands here, which say there might be some sort of partnership coming your way. So the Prosperity Begins card. The second card I'm pulling for you is Triumphant Success. So if you missed the collective reading I did at the beginning, it also talked about triumph. So it's showing that whatever you've been doing, you're working through it and you're going to have some successful endeavors from here on out. Now that being said, at some point you may have felt like you were being buried alive, because in this image the person is kind of reaching out from the ground. So you may feel heavy, it may feel like there's a lot of things to do still, but know that there is a light at the end of the tunnel. As you release the shadow and you release the doubt and you release the worry, you push through and you shine through, and you will have this triumphant success. Now the third card I've pulled for you is the Foundations and Achievements. This is a card that represents relationships, not necessarily romantic, but more of a building the foundation. Maybe it's friendship, maybe it's family, maybe it's the relationship with yourself, that self-love relationship. It's showing again that there is some light at the end of the tunnel with this beautiful rainbow above the cabin. And as you build this foundation, you will see again that success. You will feel the love and you'll be able to share it with those around you. So make sure that you build it brick by brick and you have a nice solid foundation and you stay grounded with whatever this seed is that you've planted. So again, these are all beautiful cards. I'll go ahead and I'll show you. This is a reading for Amara. And if you're just watching and you don't necessarily want a reading this time and you're just kind of feeling it out, know that a lot of times readings that kind of have a similar energy to them. Because we're in a collective consciousness, often we go through a lot of the same things. So I might do 4 or 5 readings and they have a slightly different feel to them, but they may connect with you for different aspects of your life or different chapters that you're working through. So a reading may be for you too. If it speaks to you, follow your heart. I'm going to go ahead and I'm shuffling and I'm shuffling. Again, if you want your own reading, wherever you're at, just let me know. 444 is a good way to get CeeLo's attention in the chat room. Also, there is a little donate button on my website that goes towards making sure I can maintain my website and continue to offer you free readings. So if you feel so inclined and you just love your reading or you have this extra abundance to share, it means everything to me to have any sort of donation. And I often am, like I said, I put it back into my website. I put it back into Project Bring Me to Life. The donations go to great causes and they're not just getting wasted and you're not just paying some corporate thing. It's going from your heart to mine, and I am extremely grateful. So I'm going to go ahead and shuffle. My next reading here is for Miss Belle. I'm so excited to do a reading for Belle, a fellow Leo. I hope you are doing well with your meditation and yoga practices over there I believe you're on the West Coast, so thanks for tuning in from the West Coast. So I'm going ahead and I'm shuffling here. All right, so the first card I've pulled for you, Miss Belle, is the Passion Ignited card. This is a beautiful card and one of my favorites. It's saying that there's a fire inside of you and it's burning strong. And that's something I know that you're totally in tune with, because you are such a fiery, loving, beautiful Leo energy. And whatever it is that you're passionate about, it's fueling your fire. It's fueling from your heart. Here is we got this heart chakra energy, but it's also something you're feeling in your gut. Whatever it is that you're passionate about, you feel it so strongly in that solar plexus that it's lighting you up, and it's your time to follow it. Follow those dreams, follow those passions, just really feel it and enjoy that passionate, beautiful energy. The second card I've pulled for you is the Crown Chakra card. That means whatever it is you're passionate about is very spiritually driven. It's the universe is feeding this into you through your Crown Chakra and down through your whole body, and you can just feel it intuitively. And whatever that is, I really want you to follow it. The universe wants you to follow it. It wants you to feel that spiritual calling and run with it. Now, that being said, the last card I've pulled for you is the Moving On card. It shows that you're closing a chapter and you're moving forward. And this card, again, kind of shows some sort of abundance as we move from these kind of dark, shriveling leaves to these, like, bright green leaves that to me feel like some sort of money or abundance or just growth, even just flowing into you. So you've got a lot of passion brewing inside, and it's telling you to move on, girly. Move on to whatever this next chapter has to hold for you. You are being supported by the universe. Thanks for tuning in, and thanks for being early, and thanks for hanging out in the chat. So I'm going to go ahead and shuffle. Got a couple more coming in. Are there still people in the chat room?
Yeah.
Awesome. Hi, chat room.
We got a new one. Brooke just got in there.
Awesome. Hello, Brooke. Feel free to chat with CeeLo, who's holding down the chat like a boss. I am so grateful that I have an awesome partner, because these things are hard to do by yourself. So I'm going to go ahead and, again, I'm shuffling and I'm shuffling. This next reading is for Jessica Bowen. So Jessica Bowen is an amazing artist. She sells beautiful art on her Facebook. You should check it out. She's also been a part of the Crystal Chalice Awards, the first or the 2 last years we've held it. And I'm really grateful for her support always. So you've got a jumper here. Your first card that jumped out was positive movement forward. So that's a good sign. Anything that's kind of been holding you back or things that you've been wondering on, this is kind of a good sign. This sign is that the sun is shining and the sails are full speed ahead, and you've also got a little bird spirit here that is speaking and saying, open those wings and fly. It's time to really just move forward with whatever that dream is. He's also got number 8 here that's calling out to me, that's saying that this is an infinite cycle. This is a cycle that is something you've kind of been spinning about with infinitely, and it's saying that it's time. The next card that I've pulled, it confirms that it's time, as it says, you've got moving on to do too. And you saw me shuffle them, or at least I hope you did. Anyway, I shuffled them, and you've also got the moving on card that Belle just had. And again, it's got the abundance kind of flowing in here with the leaves as it's changing from the seasons. But something else I noticed when I look at it, again, is that he's moving from the shadow. He's moving from the shadow and into the light, which means he's releasing the fear. releasing the fear of what no longer serves him, and moving into abundance, into security, into knowing that you are worth whatever this is. The last card I have for you, Miss Jessica, is the Conflict and Defeat card. Now, this card sometimes people get scared of, but you shouldn't. This means you're moving forward from something. You have some sort of conflict in your mind or conflict with something you're working on, and it's saying to not feel defeated. There's a little light here. There's a little candle, and as he hits rock bottom and he gets to the bottom, that light fuels his fire, and his spirit runs right back to the top. I don't know how well you can see the card here in the video, but there's a little, like, carving of a guy here running right back up the stairs. So every time you get down, there's something that picks you up and pushes you to the top. And intuitively, I'm just feeling that it's your art. Your art is something that you've always come back to, no matter how many times a job may have been rough or a relationship or any of the things. It's always been art. So I'm really feeling that there's something good here coming for you. So again, Jessica, these are your cards. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for sharing, and thank you for caring. And if you are just joining and you want to share because you care, it means a lot. It helps other people get a chance to get a reading. Again, I know there might be some people in the chat that are waiting. I got a little list here. This is my last pre-one. And then I'm going to switch it over to CeeLo and see who is lined up. So feel free again to hop on in there. So my last reading that I got on my list right now is for Heather Wolford. So Miss Heather's also been a part of the Crystal Chalice Awards and is a local that I am honored to have support of always. So let's see what the cards say for you, Miss Heather. All right. So the first card I've pulled for you, Missy, is the Rest and Rejuvenate card. This card says it's time to just take a break. It feels like there's been a lot going on. You might have felt like you were all over the place. You don't know what to do next. Well, what you do next is you take a moment and you rest. You take time to fill up your cup, because if your cup is not filled, you aren't able to help other people, because you shouldn't be helping people from an empty cup. You should be helping them from the saucer around the cup. That's a life motto that I got from Miss Lisa Nichols. You don't want to empty your cup. You got to empty the saucer that's overflowing. So take time, rest, rejuvenate, and fill up your cup. Meditate, go for a walk, read a book, do something for you. All right, that being said, I need a little bit of tea.
Tea for two.
All right, so your next card, Miss Heather, is the Patience card. Patience card comes when there's something that we want so bad that we just want it here now. Well, sometimes we have to wait. So the Patience card says it's coming. It's a delicate seed that has to grow. You see there's a little seed in her hand. It's also saying that once it grows, whatever this is that you're waiting for, it's going to be the most beautiful flower. It's a big, tall, beautiful, powerful flower. So whether that's a job or a relationship or a friendship or just something that you're like waiting for, that you've like planted the seed and you're just like, why isn't this happening yet? It's saying be patient. It's coming. The universe is setting you up for awesome. So just be patient. The last card I pulled, though, is a warning. It says deception and envy. While you're being patient and while you're resting and rejuvenating, don't be envious of what others may have. Don't be envious of other situations, what other people may have physically, financially, any of that. It's saying to just follow your heart. Find that love in your heart. And instead of being envious, be happy. Be loving. Be supportive. And those are all things that we can all do. And it's easy to be envious. There's no judgment. We all are envious of something unintentionally. It just happens. But this is just a reminder to be mindful that things come to us quicker when we come at them with a sense of love rather than a sense of envy or jealousy. But also the deception means that don't be deceived. Just because you want something in a quicker fashion, don't be deceived. Follow your heart, which is this green energy here, and also follow your gut, which is the yellow energy. You're going to feel it in both places. So this is my reading for Miss Heather.
Nice.
All
Somebody in the
right.
chat room said they were going to make a donation.
Donation! Oh my goodness, that means so much. I do these out of the love of my heart. I typically charge for readings, but I know that not everybody can afford them, and these are just really fun and a way to connect, and I love doing it. I love connecting with all of you. And even just small donations give me the opportunity to do this more and more. So thank you so much. Again, it goes to making sure the website can be run. It goes towards Bring Me to Life and all the beautiful things we do there. If you haven't had a chance, I highly suggest you check out bringmetolife.com. It's a project that Celia and I do together where there's all kinds of conscious music, and we're getting ready to start our podcast back up. And I've got a really, really awesome project planned for 2019 that I am super stoked about. So if you haven't already, follow my page, Shantastic Shine, on Facebook. Follow the website. Follow Bring Me to Life. Cool things are happening, and I am so excited to share them. So I am waiting for the next reading. Who's my next person there, Sila?
Brianne Perez.
All right, Brianne. I'm going to shuffle here for you. And again, we're doing general readings tonight. We're just pulling 3 cards for people. And if you have any sort of private questions, you can contact me directly and we can get you set up with a private reading schedule. So the first one I've got here for you is... All right, your first card is the Universe card. This is a beautiful card. It's actually the card that represents the deck, which means it's one of the power cards. It represents that the universe is here for you. It's at your disposal. You have a million opportunities right now. It might not seem like it yet, but they could be coming, and you have a lot of options, and the universe has your back. It wants you to succeed. Your second card here that's coming with it is the Fertility card. Now, this doesn't necessarily have to mean that you're like pregnant or anything. This could be a project, but it could also mean if it's something you're trying for, that there is something brewing in there. But mainly it means that you're going to feel it in your solar plexus and you're going to feel it in your heart. And whatever it is that's happening, there's a lot of growth. She's got these beautiful leaves in her trees in her hair. It looks like leaves. And it's another powerful card. Fertility, again, it represents growth. It represents stability and nurturing. Like it could be a business, it could be a child, it could be a relationship. Something in you is very fertile for that new beginning. The last card I have for you is Harmony. Harmony shows that there is a nice balanced energy coming, whether it's between you and a partner, you and yourself with your self-love, or just general life. You've got a nice harmonic energy coming your way. It's also showing that there's a lot of growth here. You've got nice flowers in both of these cards. And these are both major arcana cards, which means there's some major chapters of your life happening right now. So really enjoy them. Don't rush through them, and just embrace the energy that comes with this growing period. And remember, the universe has your back. Let me show you all 3 of your cards again. There you go. If you have any questions about this on a deeper level, feel free to reach out to me at shantasticshine.com. I got a contact page there. You can just fill out the little form, and I'd love to connect deeper. And you can also do that on Facebook. So that's your little reading. And who's my next reading for?
Well, our next reading is for Brooke Berger. And if anybody else is in the chat room, just type 444 if you want a reading.
If you'd like a reading, again, CeeLo is in the chat room. I'm going to go ahead and I'm shuffling for Brooke. Let's see here. I haven't seen Brooke in a long time. It's been maybe a couple of summers now, so I am really honored that you're here. I'm grateful for your support. Again, anybody that has donated, it means so much. I don't even have words for it. It's like, this is something that I dedicate my life to, is being able to share messages and to connect with people and to be a conduit for source with the cards. And some people don't necessarily believe in the cards, or they think they're magic, but to me, they're a visual representation from God or from source, whatever it is that created us, with just a confirmation of what's going on. A lot of times we get those intuitive feelings and we get these messages and we have these dreams and all these things, and these are all ways that God and Source connect with us. And the cards to me are just a physical representation of that. There's not necessarily a magic to it. It's more the law of attraction. It's what your guides and, like I said, God want you to know so that you can comfortably navigate, or navigate with more awareness of what you're feeling, because sometimes it's just hard and we need a confirmation or a sign. So I love that the cards can act as a sign. All right, so I shuffled the cards. Miss Brooke, your first card is the Authority card. Authority represents taking a stand in your life. It's saying that maybe you've let others kind of lead the way for a long time, or they've just you've lost the ability to stand strong. Well, this says, stand strong. Make a decision and stick with it. Know that you are the leader and the authority of your life. Yes, we have God. Yes, we have Source, and we have all these different things that are leading us. But when it comes down to it, we also have free will. You have free will to make your own choices and to be the authority of your life. Stand strong with that. Feel confident. Build up your solar plexus and your sacral chakra so you can feel confident and strong in your decision making. So that's the authority card. The next card I've pulled for you is the Foundation and Achievement card is showing itself again. It's saying to build a strong foundation. While you're also making your own decisions and you're showing your own authority, it's also important to build the foundation strong. Lay each brick mindfully and consciously, knowing what you want to be building and moving forward. But you also have a community here. You have a community of people that want to help you. And there is light at the end of the tunnel with this beautiful rainbow. So, the last card I have for you, Miss Brooke, is the Accelerated Motion card. Accelerated Motion represents that there is a spiritual action that is going forward helping you. There's something now that once you've taken the authority, once you build that foundation, everything you've been working for will just accelerate. You're going to be moving forward on your adventures, on your projects, on your business, anything it is that you've kind of been waiting for, or maybe you feel like is just like at a standstill. It's waiting for you to make the authoritative decision so that you can accelerate forward. And this also is an important reminder to take some time to stargaze and to connect with nature and to really just accept the messages. And I'm getting this like energy that says follow your intuition. Like you need to check in with your intuition and you know when it's strong, and sometimes we don't listen to it. I'm really bad at that personally. Great at helping other people. Sometimes it's hard for me to follow my own intuition. This message is for you to follow your intuition. And accelerated motion will happen once you take authority of your life and you build that strong foundation. So these are your cards, Ms. Brooke. And again, thank you. Thank you for tuning in. Thanks for joining in the chat. Thanks for sharing because you care and just being here and being a part of this. So, all right. Is there anyone else in the chat right now that is interested in a reading? All right. Well, we did a solid first trial run. Again, thank you. Thank you all. You can go ahead and you can share this if you feel so guided. There is a public collective reading at the beginning. And I hope to be doing more of these, hopefully near the new and full moon, probably on Saturdays or Sundays when we have more free time. So stay tuned, stay awake, shine on always, and keep being awesome. Bye for now.
Said this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine.